but Tater McSpadden, very tough, very game.
Our tail of the tape brought to you by Howler Head Whiskey. You see the height advantage and reach advantage for the 32-year-old Shaquem Richardson, the TMF champ, ready to get another win here at Fury. Let's get our official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, brought to you by Howler Head Whiskey, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC lightweight division, and it is your final preliminary bout of the afternoon. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6 feet tall, and he weighed in officially at 154.2 pounds. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, today he looks for his 6th win as a pro, presenting Fury FC's TMF champion, Shaquem Richardson. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in at a perfect 155 pounds. Fighting out of Ketchum, Oklahoma, his professional record stands at 1 win, 1 loss. Here is Tater McSpadden. Your referee in charge of the action, Marcio La Selva.
All right, our final fight for our prelims broadcast in the lightweight division. Shaquem Richardson, Tater McSpadden, Richardson blue gloves, McSpadden red.
Yeah, Richardson with the height and reach advantage here, and the overall size advantage, but don't tell Tater McSpadden that. He doesn't really care about that.
Oh,
big
right
overhand
there.
right.
The Tater has fought at 145 before, but 155, the more natural place he wants to be at. Oh, man. Big combo there from Shaquem.
There you see Tater trying to wear out those legs of Shaquem Richardson right away. He's come with several leg kicks right off the bat, but he's having success landing that leg kick and overhand right combination.
Mentioned those kicks. Tater McSpadden has taken kickboxing matches as well in the last year or so.
Yeah, and we saw Tater take some damage last time in that Bruce Whitehead fight, but it did not stop him from moving forward. Tater McSpadden might be one of my favorite fighters on the roster now, especially at this 155 division. I'd like to see how much noise he's going to make long term here, but very, very game fighter.
Oh, man. Shaquem almost catches Tater.
Ooh, Shaquem with those big combinations. Shaquem with those 3, 4, 5 punch combinations. I think as long as they stay at range or heel, Shaquem is going to have the advantage here, but I think this is maybe what Tater wants, is to turn a little bit dirty sometimes. He is landing in the pocket, but I think this favors Tater McSpadden here for now.
Both guys so tough, both guys so much heart. They will throw down.
Tater with the trip attempt there. It looks like he wants to get this to the ground, but he's not going to spend a lot of energy. Being the smaller guy, it looks like he's trying to get him down and kind of trying to surprise him with a takedown here. He's got his hands together around the waist. He's going to try to get his hips turned and try to get his legs around the front leg of Shaquem Richardson. Shaquem kind of turning in that underhook now.
Shaquem with the 10-year advantage over Tater McSpadden, so he knows all the tricks.
And Tater doing a good job of controlling the pace of the fight right now. Started out, he took a few punches, and oh, very nice. Nice trip there. Tater McSpadden timing that. Nice head kick.
Oh, man. Good defense there from Shaquem. 2 minutes left in our first round.
Yeah, Tater McSpadden very diverse in his striking exchanges here. Big shot to the legs. The thigh and then the calf and going back to the thigh. Nice front kick.
You see Shaquem patiently waiting for that one opening to unload with his hands.
then as those leg kicks start to wear on Shaquem, you'll see the power go away a little bit in his hands also. Kind of as you have to stand a little more upright to keep the pressure off that leg.
And this is where Shaquem can really wear out Tater because of that size difference, because of the pressure that Shaquem brings to the cage. Oh, man.
And Tater is showing, I mean, he is highly skilled in striking and grappling in these exchanges. I mean, Tater is showing how skilled he is. Very, very skilled here. He gives up his back there for just a second. He's trying to come up on top. Who's going to win this battle? That was the size advantage right there showing.
We saw that against Bruce Whitehead. The size difference was just so much to overcome for Tater at times. Now, he was on the ground, and they were, you know, they did get stood back up a couple of times because not much was being done, but he spent a lot of time on the ground in Tater in the last fight.
Yeah, and, you know, Shaquem Richardson undoubtedly would rather have this standing, but, you know, who knows how those leg kicks are feeling right now on those calves and quads of Shaquem Richardson, because he's taken probably 25 of them so far from Tater McSpadden.
10 seconds left.
Tater doing a good job of using the cage to kind of avoid that bottom hook getting in. And Shaquem Richardson, that's exactly what he needed to do, is get that bottom hook in to be effective there.
I think that final push there from Shaquem, sorry, Michael, to cut you off there, but we'll look at our highlights and maybe we'll form a different opinion, but I think that might have been enough to maybe steal that round because it was pretty even on the striking. Big kicks there from Tater.
Yeah, I think the damage, you know, is hard to tell who had the most damage. They both landed pretty equally. The damage on the face more to Tater McSpadden, and on the legs more to Shaquem Richardson. But Tater McSpadden landing well in the first round. Almost had himself out of this. Had that wizard just a little bit too tall for him, and then Shaquem's length was able to get him to this position, and then the size, you know, he was able to get to the mount. Wasn't able to do much with it, but once he got back there, kind of held that back control for the rest of the first round.
I'm just glad we get a second round.
Yeah.
That was a fun first round. Did you ever dye your hair to match your shorts?
I can't remember, but I was 23 when I had to start shaving, so probably not.
Oh, good inside kick there. Followed by a nice big right.
Yeah, you see Tater's throwing that left inside leg with the left leg, the front leg. He's throwing the left inside leg kick and then following it with an overhand right. It's been very effective so far.
I just love how Shaquem keeps moving forward, though. Doesn't matter what you throw, he's still looking for that opening. And once he finds it, he unloads.
And that's the reason for that TMF belt around his waist, and it hasn't gone anywhere.
Yep.
Not a belt that you know, that's a one-title belt. You know, the UFC recently did give theirs away, but it was only after Masvidal retired. So we're gonna have to wait for Shaquem to retire before we do anything with that TMF belt here at Fury.
We need to give away our PB belt here on the broadcast team, the Pretty Boy belt. Alex Morono, the reigning champ right now.
Yeah.
By the way, Alex not on the broadcast today, training for his fight coming up in October.
Yeah, October 7th at the Apex against Joaquin Buckley. Should be a good one. Shout out to Alex. Talked to him yesterday. Training camp's going well. Everything's good. Right now, Tater McSpadden opening up a little bit here. It doesn't look like either one of these guys want this to go to the ground. There's, you know, Shaquem Richardson, even though he had some...
Oh, man.
Shaquem landing here. Yeah, Tater McSpadden throwing back and landing a couple of his own, but Shaquem Richardson just continues to come forward. See, Tater was trying to get those arms under the neck, and then he really needed that other hand to connect. Not able to get it. Shaquem with a big dump here. Tater on his back. We did see some good submissions from Tater McSpadden at the last fight. Wasn't able to finish him, but
He'll try to shoot a few.
Yeah. Tater very well-rounded. And, you know, something Shaquem needs to pay attention to here on the ground. But Shaquem having some other ideas. You see those heavy hips forward. There's a perfect ground and pound position. Shaquem doing a good job controlling here. They're right in front of us, too, so.
Just see that pressure on display. Making Shaquem so good.
Yeah, you can see Tater landing a couple of elbows from the bottom. And man, those hurt. The elbows on the cheekbones, that's what causes it. It causes a lot of swelling. So even if you don't get hit hard, it still causes a lot of swelling. Tater doing a good job of fighting from the bottom and minimizing the damage. Undoubtedly wants to get back to his feet, though. You can see him pushing the head of Shaquem Richardson down. Wants to stand back up.
You know, the Ward Training Center team, Jeremy Mahone and crew, they watched that fight against Bruce Whitehead and took parts where they could implement for Shaquem. By the way, Bruce in his last fight out, what an incredible finish. Bruce the Beast. I know that's not his nickname, but
yeah.
Man, I want to change it.
Yeah, it could be. I like Bruce's approach to handling us also. You know, got a problem with us? Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Come tell us. Call us out.
In a post-fight interview.
Yeah, in a post-fight interview. We don't care. We're always open to
to be fair,
criticism.
we never said that fight was boring. That was something that was behind the scenes. It was a talk that happened. I don't want to I don't want to say too much, but we never. I think we're very respectful of the fighters. I think we were just kind of upset, like, hey, what is happening? Like, Bruce is so talented, and I think that's credit to Tater as well. And Tater has a lot of heart. He was fighting off a lot of things, but Bruce won that fight clearly, of course. But man, Bruce's last fight was so awesome to see. So happy for him.
Yeah.
30 seconds left in this one. Shaquem Richardson, Tater McSpadden. Shaquem dominating on the ground right now. The pace slowing down just a little bit to start round 2, and we eventually got here. But man, Shaquem is working.
Yeah, 10 seconds left here in the second round. And the way the second round has gone, I expect Tater McSpadden to come out on fire in the third round.
Yeah, because we're not sure how that first round could have gone either way, because that last flurry there from Shaquem. This one was clearly a Shaquem Richardson round, so third round should be interesting. Our round 2 highlights brought to you by OnlyFans.
Yeah, these guys trading combinations here. The difference was Tater McSpadden moving backwards, Shaquem Richardson moving forward, ended up against the cage, and then this was kind of the story of the rest of the round. Shaquem Richardson on top, not doing a ton of damage, but controlling the second round and almost entirely, landing some good punches, took a few, but again, kept moving forward. Not a lot of damage showing right now on either guy. But a clear Shaquem Richardson second round in my eyes, and I expect Tater McSpadden to come out blazing, guns blazing in the third round.
Same thing for Shaquem, right? Because that first round, again, we don't know. It could have gone to Tater. Could be 1-1. I love it when it's kind of up in the air going into round 3. It means you're going to be getting a good effort from both guys.
Maybe a little too close to try that wheel kick for Tater McSpadden, but again, he's in the clinch here. Shaquem Richardson with the distance closed. Undoubtedly, Tater wants to get himself off the cage, spin this around, get back to the center of the cage. Oh, no trip. Nice head kick there. Ooh, Tater McSpadden taking a few shots there. Shaquem Richardson with a nice answer to that head kick.
I haven't seen that exit head kick.
Yeah, that's especially from the smaller fighter. And that's a long ways up there for Shaquem Richardson at 6 foot tall.
By the way, don't forget we head to UFC Fight Pass at 4:30 p.m. for Fury FC 83. Holmes versus McLaughlin here at the UMAC in Tulsa, Oklahoma. 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. 9 fights on the main card.
Yeah, all good ones too. Starting off with Nick Piccinini, former Oklahoma wrestling standout. That flyweight division, a lot of trash talking on that fight.
Yeah, Del Fuego.
Both guys went with our buddy TJ DeSantis and went on UFC Fight Pass on his podcast and talking a little trash about each other. It showed in their faces yesterday, but yeah, there should be some heat right out of the gate.
A lot of heat for that one. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Man, that fight is going to be so good. And look, we got Julius Holmes, 8-2, taking on Jared McLaughlin here, 7-4. A lot of Texas versus Oklahoma battles going on throughout the night. It's going to be a good one. Join us for that. But inside the cage right now, Shaquem Richardson, Tater McSpadden. Tater just trying to figure out this pressure, trying to get his back off of the cage. Just can't seem to solve it right now.
And this is where the size difference comes into play, Raheel, is late in the fight. You know, they're both tired, but Shaquem just being a much bigger guy, you know, and especially with this cage work, with this dirty boxing that they're doing now, I mean, it's a lot of weight to carry for a smaller guy. So, you know, I'm never going to tell Tater McSpadden he should go down to 145 because, I mean, he does very, very well against everybody at 155. Just thinking about later in the rounds, this becomes very, very difficult to control the body weight.
I want to ask you about, so that's where it gets interesting, right? I'm going to assume Tater didn't have as big of a weight cut as Shaquem, so what weighs heavier, right? Like a fresher fighter who didn't have as big of a draining weight cut, or that just muscle mass at the end of the day?
Yeah, and I don't even think it has to do with muscle. I mean, it has to do with experience and being able to drape yourself over your opponent, just make them carry your weight. I mean, it's not even, you know, a 140, 155-pound guy carrying a 175, 180-pound guy around, you know, no matter what, is going to be taxing on you, especially late in the fight.
Big knee there. Looked like it connected on the cup, but Marcio Silva did not see enough to get a break here.
Yeah, there is a mouth guard out there on.
Yeah, it looks like it was Shaquem's that came out.
Ooh, big elbow on the break there.
Yeah, weird that Marcio hasn't picked it up to maybe find a moment to put it back in, but
I don't think he's noticed that it's even out yet. I mean, if I were Shaquem, I would smile at him to let him know. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be in a fight with no mouth guard.
Under 1 minute left in this fight. Good moments here from Tater McSpadden, reversing that pressure.
Yeah, in the last 45 seconds here, Raheel, we need something from one of these guys to show us who's going to take this third round, because it's equal, very, very close. He did see it. He finally goes over there, just didn't want to touch it.
Houston officials would just be like, here, take it, no water, put it back in.
Oh, nice jab there from Marcio.
Marcio looking for that natural pause to put it back in, and good thing he did, because we're about to get a big finish here of punches and kicks.
Man, what an end to the third round.
Oh, man, I love this.
Ooh, big overhand right from Tater McSpadden. Tater wearing those legs out again. He's going for broke here in the last 8 seconds. Oh, a little Showtime Anthony Pettis there. Oh,
both guys.
Wow.
Barely able to stand, just throwing. Wow.
Man, what a fight. What a fight. I love fights like that.
That final 30 seconds is what we expected that whole third round to be, but you just saw that both fighters were exhausted in there from all that clinch work.
Yeah, they need to play that final 30 seconds on UFC Fight Passes, social media everywhere, and say that's how you should finish a fight. Unbelievable fight. Unbelievably close in the third round. If I were guessing, I would think Tater McSpadden won that third round. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see, of course, the second round. We know who won that one. Very close first round. This is going to be very, very close. It may even be a split decision.
There's
You see some
Showtime tennis kick.
Man,
Sorry.
it landed almost exactly the same, too. The only difference is Shaquem didn't go down. Wow, what a fight.
All right, Michael's heading inside the cage. He'll get a chance to speak with the winner of this fight. As I mentioned earlier, we head to UFC Fight Pass for our main card at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. 9 fights scheduled to go down at Fury FC 83. All right, both fighters are in the middle. Wayne Leggett has the results.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for your decision, brought to you by Live Oak Texas Vodka. All 3 judges scored the fight 29-28, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Tater McSpadden.
Oh, man, if y'all missed, we have to get a replay. That Tater McSpadden just hurled inside the cage. We have a biohazard inside. I mean, he just puked all over. I don't think we're going to have a moment to talk with Tater McSpadden. I've never seen that. I mean, everything is out. Oh, there it is. There's the post-fight results. All right, so no interview with...